Good afternoon, ma'am.
So yesterday, Carmichael number, right? And we proved 561 is Carmichael number, right? I gave you this exercise. Hmm? Any doubt on this one? Have I done this inverse and solving the part, solving the congruence? Yes. Can anybody tell me? Have I done this? Have I completed this? Solving the
Yes,
loop
ma'am.
congruence? Okay. So now you need to prove 1729 is Carmichael number. So first of all, it should be composite number, right? So it is composite, as you can see, 7 divides this one, 13 divides and 19 divides this one, right? Except 1 and itself. Okay. So next, what we take all the we show for B all the number of B which are co-prime 1729. With that, it satisfies one equation, that is b raised to power n minus 1. Here we want to satisfy 29 minus 1, so 28 is congruent to 1 modulo 1729, right? We want this set this to satisfy, right? Okay. So what we take, suppose b is that number, such that GCD of b with 1729 is 1. So GCD of b with this is 1, so its factor also or co-prime with b. That's why GCD of 7, 13 and 19 is also 1. So as a GCD of 7, 13, 19 with b is 1, so by using Fermat's theorem, Fermat's Little theorem, we can just try b raised to power 7 minus 1, that is b raised to power 6, is congruent to 1 modulo 7, and b to the power 13 minus 1, that will be b to the power 12, is congruent to 1 modulo 13, and then it is b raised to power 19 minus 1 is congruent to 1 modulo 19. Clear? So we got till now, right? So how to make it 1728, because that's our goal. So take 288 power on both sides. 1 raised to power 288 will give you 1. And on left hand side, you will get b to the power 1728. And here, take the power 144 on both sides. You get b raised to power 1728. Is congruent to 1 to the power 144. That will eventually give you 1, right? B raised to power 18. If you take 96 power on both sides, you are getting b to the power 1728 is congruent to 1 raised to power 96, that will be giving you 1. Okay, modulo 19. So this is 7, 13, 19. These all are co-prime, pairwise co-prime, right? These does not have any common factor. Means to say 7 satisfies this equation, 13 also satisfies this one. Means to say 7 divides the difference of this minus this minus 1. 13 also divides the difference of this one, 19 also divides, and they are co-prime. So it will be also divisible by the product, that is 7 into 13, 13 into 19, and if you take the product of all these at a time, also then it will be satisfied. So finally we got b raised to power 1729 minus 1, that is 1728, is congruent to 1 modulo 1729. For all the positive integer, we have just taken b as any arbitrary. So it is true for all positive integer which are having GCD is 1 with 1279. So we are satisfied with the definition of Carmichael number. That's why it becomes a Carmichael number. Any doubt?
Ma'am, after that step, it follows that That step I'm not getting, ma'am.
This one.
Those steps.
You tell me,
Ma'am,
if
above that.
3 divides some x minus y, or x, you can just say 3 divides x, 5 also divides x, and you can just take 8 divides x, right? Then see, 3 and 5 does not have any common factor, right? And 3
Yes,
and
ma'am.
8 also does not have any common factor, and 5 and 8 also does not have any common factor. Means to say x is the multiple of all these. X is multiple of 3 as well as 5 as well as 8. Means to say if I take the product of all these that will also divide x, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Here. So from here means to say 7 satisfy this equation. Means to say b to the power 1728 minus 1 is divisible by 7, divisible by 13, divisible by 19. And these are pairwise coprime, pairwise relatively prime. That's why their product also divide, the product also divide that number b to the power 1728 minus 1. From there, I can write this modulo. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Hmm? Any other doubt in this section?
Ma'am, there how can we increase the power, ma'am, in those steps from b to the power 6 to b to the power 1728?
Okay, can you multiply the same step? That is, you have A is congruent to B modulo M. Okay, and again I'm writing the same thing. A is congruent to B modulo M. Can I multiply these equations? Equation number one, that is congruence number one and congruence number two. That is A into A. We have done that, right? If this was A is congruent to B, C is congruent to D, then
Yes,
A
ma'am.
into
Both.
C is congruent to B into D, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am. I
in
got it.
that sense, A into A square is congruent to B square. Okay. Likewise, A cube, A is congruent to B cube. Okay. So
Yes, ma'am.
similarly, you can take any power and that will be taken on both sides. Right hand side it's 1, so 1 power will give you 1, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That's why. Any other doubt?
No, ma'am.
Now come to cryptography. And RSA crypto system we will be discussing in this. So where we use this cryptography in encryption and decryption the codes, right? Okay, so we will be discussing the RSA crypto system. What does this RSA mean? This is named after these. Okay, because these three researchers gave this, introduced this RSA system. So that's why it's named like that. So it is used for encryption and decryption the messages. Okay, for encrypting and decrypting. How we encrypt and decrypt in this one? What, for example, we have some message like stop, help, or for example, hi. This is our message. We want to encrypt this. Okay, so what we use encryption key, that is NE. What is N? Modulo N we will be working, and N is the product of large prime, very large prime. Okay. For example, you can just say these prime P and Q are having 100 digit, 200 digit, 300 digit, like that. Okay. So very, very large prime. So N is the, that is modulus we will be working, and this is the product of two large prime. Okay. And what is this E? E is exponent we will be taking, that is also a number that will be relatively prime to p minus 1 into q minus 1. Okay, so to encrypt the message, what we do, to encrypt it, and we will learn how to decrypt it. Okay, so to encrypt the message, we use this key, this encryption key, and comma e, and is given, e is given. So we first translate the plain text. For example, hi. Hi is that is, I'm just giving you a, the capital A is translated into 00, that is in the integer form. Okay, we translate alphabets A to Z, these is in the integer form, as A is taking 00, B is taking 01, and so on. Z will take 25, right? Okay. So A to J, you have 0001, and so on. J is 09. Okay. So first you translate. For example, you have the message stop. Okay. So first you translate these alphabets into integer format. What is integer? S is at which position? According to this one, this translation, 18, T, 19, right? We are starting at 00. That's why it is 18, 19. Otherwise, it would have been 19, 20. Okay. O is at 14. P is at 15.
15.
So we got 18, 19, 14, 15. Okay. So we translate first the message into sequence of integer. We have translated it. Then we take the block of, that is four digit. We assign this. For example, we have 18, 19. We take this as a block, and 14, 15 this as a block. Okay, got it? Then what we do? We take this block. For example, this contains the message M1, and this contains, this is total M. It consists of two blocks, M1, M2. Then we encrypt the message by using this one. We take M1, for example, here 18, 19 we have, and E will be given. E is what? For example, E is 30. Okay. So raised to power E modulo N. N will be the product of 2 prime. Okay, whatever the answer we will be writing as C1. Okay, that is the encrypted message. So for M1 we got C1, for M2 that is 14, 15 raised to power E, then we apply modulo N, that is giving you C2. Okay, then we write C1, C2. So these will be also integers. Okay, C1, C2 also integers. So
And
that
what is the value of n?
hmm,
What is the value of n?
N will be given. For
Okay,
example,
ma'am.
in this question, n is given as 2537. Okay. Actually, here we are just having 2-digit PQ primes. N is product of 2 prime, P into Q. Okay. Where P and Q are very large prime. But for for your understanding purpose, we have just taken 14 and 43 and 59. Okay. Just 2 digits. So
Okay,
you
ma'am.
can calculate its raised to power, for example, 100 modulo n. So raised to power 100 you can easily calculate by using that algorithm, right? Modular exponentiation. That will give you some integer. You will be writing that, and the another block also giving you some integer that is also representing some other block. Okay. So the main key is that how to encrypt the message is, suppose text is M is given and E is given. Okay, N is given, E is given. M is the integer format, integer format from the, that is integer translation from the alphabets. Okay, that we have taken M. So whatever the answer, if we calculate this, whatever the answer will be, that is your encrypted code. Okay. For example, we want to encrypt the message stop using this RSS crypto system, where P is given as 43 and Q is given as 59. So N will be 43 into 59. Okay. So n is 2537. Okay, and E is given as 13. Now you know E in this one, right? This is your code. I mean, this is your encryption key, right? N is given, E is given, and M you can easily find for stock that we have already done 18, 19, and 14, 15, right? And take the power 13, apply the modulo 2537 and encrypt it. What is the encrypted message that will calculate? That is, to encrypt this, first translate this into numerical equivalent. What is that? You just translate starting with A will be translated as 0, 0, B will be translated as 0, 1, and so on. S will be translated with in 18, T will be translated in 19. Okay, O and P will be 14, 15. Okay, then take the block of 4 digits. Okay, group it, one block containing 4 digits. Okay, to encrypt this one, what you do, M raised to power, this is your M main. Okay, main message. So to encrypt it, what you take, it's raised to power E is given as 13. Okay, so M raised to power 13 modulo N is given as 43 into 59, that is 2537. Clear? So 18, 19 raised to power 13. You take the first block and calculate it by using modular exponentiation. So we got 2081. Okay, and this will give you, the second block will give you raised to power E modulo N. N is 2537. This is giving you 2182. So the encrypted message for stock will give you 20812182. Okay, under RSA system for N is, where N is given as this one and E is, the key is 2537, 13. Clear? So first you translate into
मैम इसको सॉल्व कैसे करेंगे जो मॉड वैल्यू वगैरह है?
it is actually done in computer, but तुम्हारे लिए तो small primes ही देंगे वो, तो it will be easily calculated. Okay.
Okay मैम. Yes मैम.
The main thing is process तुम्हें समझ आना चाहिए. Okay.
Yes मैम.
हम यहाँ पे तो 4 डिजिट्स है और उससे ज्यादा उससे कम होगा ना, उससे ज्यादा होगा.
हाँ, इससे कम ही होगा या फिर सेम भी हो सकता है. I don't know.
तो जो भी होगा इवन होगा.
मैम अगर ऐसा आया तो फिर से उसको a0 इक्वल्स टू 0 देन x इक्वल्स टू 1 पावर 1 जैसे ऐसे करना पड़ेगा.
Sorry, again?
नहीं नहीं, मैं कह रहा हूँ कि अगर ऐसा आया तो जैसे निकला है उसको.
See, M is the translated numerical equivalent. Okay. In this one, you are taking the block and then taking power E, whatever it is given, 13 it was given, and applying modulo N. Modulo N is also given, right? Whatever the answer for this, that will be your encrypted code. Okay. So for example, can you say this is stop? This 20812182. This is the encrypted message of stop. Can you say it? If you don't know this N and E, if you don't know the key, you cannot decrypt it, right? Any doubt in encryption?
मैम आप ऊपर लिखे थे ना कुछ C1 into C2 वाला.
हाँ, ये C1 आया.
आप
See,
C1
M1
into C2 लिखे थे, तो यहाँ पे तो C1 C2 आप एक साथ जोड़ दिए ना.
M1 M2 है, एक साथ जुड़ा हुआ है स्टॉप में, राइट?
अच्छा, मतलब खाली जुड़ेगा, मतलब मल्टीप्लिकेशन नहीं होगा.
मल्टीप्लिकेशन नहीं होगा.
ओके ओके मैम.
C1, this is C2. So you will just write C1 C2.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, and don't try to multiply it. Then we need to decrypt this one. So in the encryption, what we have done, we have calculated the C part, right? Okay, we have calculated the C part. M, we can easily translate it, and E and N are given. So for decryption, C will be given, right? We need to calculate the message or calculate M. From there, we can easily translate into English, right? So C will be given. So what should I take if, for example, M raised to power E is in the real number, it is given as C. Okay, is equal to C. So C is given and you want M. So what you do? Take the EH root on both sides, right? Or you can just take the 1 by E power on both sides, right? That's what you do. M raised to power E, 1 by E is equal to C raised to power 1 by E, right? You have taken 1 by E power on both sides. Then this will be cancelled. C is given, you can take 1 by E power and M will be done. Is that clear? So what I have just done.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
See, if you are having A raised to power, for example, A raised to power X, or let me take A raised to power A square or A cube is equal to some B. You want to find A. So what you do? Take 1 by 3 power on both sides, right? 3 into 1 by 3 is P raised to power 1 by 3, right? So what you will take? This 1 by 3 is the inverse of 3, na? That power you have taken on both sides. So here also, when you are working in modulo n, okay, in mode n, if you are working and you know C, so you will be taking m raised m to the power e, and then you will apply inverse power of e. Okay, got it? Means 1 by e, and 1 by e will be integer in modulo m, in modulo n. So C raised to power d mod n. Okay, that is, you will be having d is the inverse of e. Okay, d is the inverse of e in modulo this one, p minus 1 into q minus 1. Okay, why is it so? I'll explain it. And then you apply modulo n, c raised to power that inverse of e, and apply modulo n, you will get the m. Then you can easily translate into alphabets. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, see, E is given such that E is having GCD with P minus 1 into Q minus 1 as 1. Okay, that is here. It is relatively prime, E is relatively prime to the product of P minus 1 into Q minus 1. Clear? So, if E and GCD of E and P minus 1 into Q minus 1 is 1, then inverse of E under modulo P minus 1 into Q minus 1 exists, right? So, inverse exists, that we are just taking D, and that we are applying on C. So, that's why for encryption we took m raised to power E and in modulo n, and for decryption we are just taking C raised to power D. D is the inverse of E. Okay. So that is the decryption. For example, encrypted message is given as 981 or 0461. Okay. What is the decrypted message if it was encrypted using RSA under this N and E? It is given in this example. That is 43 into 59. Okay. And E is given as 13. So that is in example, the last example it is given. Okay. So and you need the inverse of E, right? So what should be the inverse of E? Inverse of E in modulo P minus 1 into Q minus 1 you will be using. So what is the inverse of 13 in modulo? What is N? N is equal to 43 into 59. So P minus Q will be 42 into 58, right? And this is giving you 2436. Clear? So what is the inverse of 13 in modulo 2436? Yesterday only we have, in the last class only, we have verified that this is the inverse. 937 is the inverse of 13 in modulo 2436. Yes, we did this one.
Yes, ma'am.
So if I multiply 937 into 13, this is giving you 1, right? In modulo 2436 that we have verified. So I can directly use this one. This is the inverse of that, E. This is inverse of E that we are taking as D, representing as D. So C raised to power, whatever these C, this is C1, this is C2, C1 block, C2 block. You take C1 raised to power D, apply modulo N, you will get the first M1, the first block. Okay, and then take the C2 and apply power D, apply the modulo N, you will get the second block. That is, if you take the first C1 raised to power D 937 modulo N is you are getting by using modular exponentiation 704, or if you want 4 digit block, then you can apply 00704. The second one, if you take C2 raised to power D modulo N, this is giving you 1115. So what is the alphabetic sequence for this? Alphabetic order? 7. Alphabetic equivalent for 0704 is 07. We have H, right? 04. It is E. 11 L. 15 P. Right? So this message was help. Clear?
Ma'am, how to find the D part?
D part. D part you need to find by that inverse. How to find inverse? That is
13x equals to 1 mod 2436.
13x. One way is that 13x is congruent to 1 modulo 2436. Another is because 13 and this one is having GCD 1, so you can calculate that x and y such that 2436 into y is giving you 1, right? So this will be the inverse. If you apply modulo 2436 on both sides, so this will give you inverse x. There also you can find x. So this 2436 divides 13x minus 1. So calculate for that x, that will give you inverse. Clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Any other doubt? If no, we can proceed to matrices. What is matrix? What do you understand by matrix?
Arrangement of numbers in side into
Rows
side
and
pattern.
column, right? So, or you can just say a matrix is a rectangular array of numbers, or arrangement of numbers into column and rows and column. Okay, if m rows are there and n columns are there, then we say matrix has order m by n. Okay, m cross n matrix. Clear? When you say two matrices are equal, actually it is first how to represent it matrix. This matrix, yes, A11, A12, and so on. So Aij, I is for rows and J is for column. Okay, and order of this matrix, if m rows are there and column is there, so m cross n. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So when you say if you have B is also Bij and same column, same number of rows, when you say is B, A is equal to B. If number of rows and column, that is order of the matrices are same, what else should be same?
Elements of each
Elements,
row.
the corresponding elements, that is if Aij is equal to Bij, right? For all I and Z, right? Then you say A is equal to B. And square matrix you already know, if M is equal to N, right? Okay. How you add these matrices? Order should be same. Add or subtract, whatever you can take, plus minus. So this will be some Cij. What is this Cij element? Order of this matrix is again M cross N. Okay. Cij. Tell me about the Cij.
Aij plus Bij.
Aij, the corresponding elements will be added, right? Ijth element will be added to ijth. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
How you multiply? When can you multiply two matrices? If your A matrix is having order Aij having order M cross something P, and B matrix is having order Bij P cross N, right? The number of columns for A should be equal to number of rows in P, right? Then these matrices are compatible for multiplication. Okay, then we can find A into B, the product of A and B, that will be having order of that will be M cross
M cross
N.
N.
So what is this Cij element in general?
Ma'am, we multiply the first row of the first matrix by first column of the second matrix and constitute.
So in explicitly, if I want to write, so it will be A11, A12, and so on up to A1P, right? A21, A22, and so on A2P. And this is AM1 and so on AMP, right? And for B we have B11, B12, B1P, okay? B21, B22, this is 1, and so on B2P or what? B2N actually, this is B2N, and here you have B P1, B, P2, and so on, B, Pn, right? Okay. Now, this is multiplied with this one, right? So the number of elements should be equal to P, right? Here also P. So A11 into B11, A12, here 1 is fixed. Okay, 1 is fixed. Okay, that means in Aij, I is fixed, right? And here Bij, J is fixed. Okay, first row is multiplied with first column. So here I is fixed, here J is fixed. And for A11 we have 1, 1, right? For A12 we have 2, 1. So this 2 is equal to this 2, 1 is equal to 1. Then P will be multiplied with P1, right? So in general, Cij will be, tell me, I is fixed, right? AI1 multiplied with B1j, right? Plus AI2, that's what we have, right? These are fixed. I is fixed for
Ma'am,
first
ma'am, AI1 into BJ1.
BJ1 or B1j. See, here we have AI1, AI2, and so on, AIP, right? So here it should be B J1 or 1J. For
1J.
first row, 1J, Jth column. Okay, Jth column, this is ith row. So 1J, for second row, B2 column J. Okay, so it will be BPJ. Now you understood? So this ith is multiplied with jth column. So A1, AI1, B1J, AI2, B2J, and so on, right? Plus A, AIP, BPJ. Okay. In general, you can write in short A, I, K, B, KJ, because I and J are remaining same. Only K is running from 1 to 3, right? So this one is your Cij element. Understood? I hope explicitly you got it now. What is happening?
Ma'am, give an example.
When you need example, you can look at this one. No?
Yes,
You can
ma'am.
take 2 cross 2, right? We can take 2 cross 2. That is A, B, C, D. And here we have P, Q, R, S. You tell me A11 is multiplied by B11, right? So for ith column, ith row of this one is multiplied with jth column for this one, right? For that, AI1 will be the first element in the ith row, right? And B1j will be first element in jth column of B matrix, correct? So those will be multiplied, added with the second, right? So that's what I wrote here, that is AI1 first element with first element of second jth column, okay, second matrix, and second element in the ith row of A matrix is multiplied with second element in the jth column of the second matrix, correct? Then plus and so on pth element. Clear? For example, C11 will be what? First row, first column. C12 will be what? First row, second column, right? So ij will be what? Ith row, jth column. Now you got it. Why this
Yes,
is
ma'am.
happening like that? Right, so this is multiplication, compatibility of multiplication and the ijth element for multiplication. Now you just replace here multiplication with conjunction, okay? Multiplication with conjunction and addition with disjunction. So how you can write this as hmm? AI1 conjunction, right? There will be conjunction B1J, then
Bracket.
disjunction,
Bracket.
bracket, because conjunction has more priority, na? So it will be,
But conjunction is between two numbers, so that is one part. Then plus another two
hmm,
numbers.
you can use the bracket. Disjunction with, then again conjunction, okay? Disjunction with, again conjunction, okay? And disjunction with, again conjunction, clear? Now, if we use these operators, these are Boolean operators. So we write this as Boolean product A dot B. Boolean product with, this is dot with circle B. Okay, that will be disjunction of conjunctions. Here you have multiplication, sum of multiples, right? Multiplication. So here it will be disjunction. K is running from 1 to P. Okay, and conjunction AIK conjunction with BKJ. Understood? If you uh, vary this K from 1 to B, you will get this element. Okay, IJth. So this is the IJth element for this matrix. Okay, that I'll discuss. Do not worry about it. Okay. Sum I have discussed Aij plus Bij. Multiplication I have discussed, and for example, Cij will be this one. Okay. Now, one more definition is there. 0-1 matrix. 0-1 matrix, as the name suggests, there will be present either 0 or 1 or both, right? Clear? A matrix whose entries are either 0 or 1 is known as 0-1 matrix. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
So for 0-1 matrix, we can define this Boolean product and some more operation, that is disjunction and conjunction I just said. These are known as meet and join. Okay. For example, A is given as 0-1 matrix, and B is also 0-1 matrix with order m by n. Their entries are either 0 or 1. Okay. Then join of A and B is denoted by this one. The symbol for join is symbol for disjunction. Okay. This will be the, like, sum. What we do in case of sum, we sum ijth element of A with B, ijth element of B. So same thing, we will take the disjunction operator from ijth element of A and ijth element of B. Understood? So
Yes, ma'am.
you have Aij, for example, you have A11, A12, A21, and A22, and here B11, B12 and so on. Okay, 2 cross 2. So what you will take? You will take the disjunction of these two. And how this disjunction is defined? Disjunction of this one and second one, disjunction of this one with this element, and disjunction of this element with this element. Okay. How disjunction is defined for 0, 1 matrix? Take 0 as false and 1 as true. So what is the disjunction of 0 and 1? Or you can just say disjunction of A,
1.
disjunction with B. A and B are either 0 or 1. Okay, so this will be defined as 1 if 0 if both are 0, right? If A and B both are 0, otherwise it is 1. Okay, and conjunction of A and B, that is the meet of A and B. This is not disjunction is related to join of A and B, and this is the meet of A and B. Meet of A and B is defined by the conjunction. This will be 1 if both 1, right? If A and B both are 1, otherwise 0. Okay, clear? So join of 1 and 1 will be 1, 0 and 1 will be 1, and 1 and 0 will be 1. So 0, 0, 0 join with 0. This will give you 0. And for meet, if you have 1, 1, only then you will get 1, otherwise 0. Okay. So this is the join of A and B, matrix A and B, and this is the meet of matrix A and B, and in meet you take the conjunction of ijth elements. Clear?
Ma'am, what is the meaning of meet? Join means the multiplication.
Not multiplication. This is disjunction. These
Sorry,
are
yes. Meet means multiplication.
meet means not multiplication. This is again a Boolean operator denoted by conjunction.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Multiply कहाँ पे करते हैं? Not corresponding element में ना. We just take these one that is ith row and jth column. Here it is not happening. It is A11 is getting operated with B11, A12 with B12. Okay, that is the corresponding. These operations are between corresponding elements. IGL. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
For example, you can find join and meet for these matrices. So first check whether both are having same order. Okay, both are having same order. So same order, 2 cross 3, 2 cross 3, and 0, 1 matrices. Only then we can find join and meet. Join will be A disjunction B, and meet will be A conjunction B. So can you tell me what is the answer? So for join, you will be taking 1 disjunction with 0, 1, 0 disjunction with 1, 1, 1 disjunction with 0, 1. So 1, 1, 1. For second, it is again 1 disjunction with 0, 1 disjunction with 1, 1, 1, 0 disjunction with 0. This is 0. So at here we have 0, otherwise we have 1, 1. Clear? And for conjunction, where you have both 1, you will be having 1, otherwise 0. So I think here you will be having 1, otherwise you have 0. Okay, that is more explicit way you can write this. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So as I discussed about the product also, we can define the Boolean product that is denoted by this one. Okay, so in the normal product A dot B, just replace multiplication with meet, this conjunction, and addition with disjunction. You will be getting the Boolean product. Okay, and for Boolean product, multiplication compatibility again same. We have m cross k and this K cross N. That is this one. The number of columns over A should be equal to number of rows for B. So A Boolean product with B. This is giving you M cross N, M by N matrix. Okay, with Cij entry in will be this one. There we did AI1 dot with Aij, right? A1j. So this will be AI1 dot with B1j. So here it will be conjunction. Then addition. Here we had addition, so it will be replaced with disjunction. Then we had again multiplication, that is replaced with conjunction and so on. Clear? Multiplication.
Yes, ma'am.
Try to solve this Boolean product of, find the Boolean product of A and B, where A is given and B is given. Both matrices are 0, 1, right? First matrix order is 3 cross 2, 3 by 2, right? And second matrix order is 2 by 3. So this 2 is common. Number of columns for A is equal to number of rows for B, right? So product, Boolean product defined. So what you do? First row with first column. This will give you the first element, right? Okay. Then first row, second column. This will give you second element. Then third. Okay. So what you do? First with first, we take conjunction or disjunction? One with one. Conjunction, right? In normal product, we do the product, right? We take the multiplication of first with first. Okay, A11 with B11. So here it will be taking conjunction. Then disjunction with 0 and 0, right? So disjunction of 0, conjunction with 0. Okay. Then for say first row, second column, it will be again same thing. So did you get what is happening over here? Any doubt?
No.
Yes. Any doubt?
Ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So
No.
it is 1 conjunction with 1. This will 1. Disjunction with 0, conjunction with 0, 0. So finally it will give you 1, right? 1 disjunction with 0. Next, 1 with 1, conjunction 1, then disjunction with 0, right? This will give you again 1. Next, 1 conjunction with 0, 0. Disjunction with 0 conjunction with 1, 0. So 0 disjunction 0 will give you finally 0. Okay. And similarly, you can take second one with 1 by 1 column and third row with 1 by 1 column and you get this one. Is there any doubt? Now, for example, if you in the general product, if you want to find A square, then you take A product with A, right? A dot A. But in Boolean product, Rth factor or Rth power is denoted by this one, and it will be the R times A. Okay? Boolean product of A R times. Clear? So for this matrix, can you find for A6? Up to A6? You take a square, second Boolean product, second power of into Boolean product. It will be 2 times, right? A product with A. So 0, 1 matrix, same with same. You got this one. Then cube will be A square into A. Try to operate all the Boolean operations. Get this value. Then a cube we got already. A cube. A raised to power 4. So fourth Boolean product will be, fourth power of Boolean product will be cube into A. So that is, answer for that is this one. A to the power 5. This is giving you fourth power into A. So answer is this one. And then 6 is also A6. You are again getting as A5 product with A. Okay. Boolean product with A. So this again you are getting as 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. So equal to A5. Then A7 is again A5. Means to say for all n greater than equal to 6, you have 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So you have find A raised to power n for all positive integer n. Okay. Any doubt? Can you find, next is, can you find a matrix such that this matrix into that matrix is equal to this matrix? So if you want to find this one, this should be 2 cross 2, right? So suppose A is ABCD, 2 cross 2 matrix. Okay, multiply it, get the 4 equations, and you can compare it, okay, and calculate ABCD. Or what you do, A will be just multiply by the inverse of this matrix on both sides. You get the value of A, because this will give you identity into A, this will give you A. So if you multiply by the inverse of this matrix on both sides, so this inverse of this matrix is multiplied with this one, right? So what you got, the inverse of this matrix will be adjoint of A divided by determinant. Determinant you are getting as 5, and adjoint will be 4 minus 3 minus 1 minus that is 2. Okay, and divide by determinant 5. So this is that matrix. Multiply it, you are getting A. Clear? Clear or not?
Yes, ma'am, clear.
Okay, next is so that this is the inverse of this one. So just multiply it with this one. Are you getting A3, I3 identity of matrix of order, identity matrix of order 3? Then it is the inverse, otherwise not. Okay, or you can directly find the inverse of this matrix that comes this one, then it's okay, otherwise it's not. Okay, next is this one is exercise for you. You can take the screenshot for answer as well. Find the Boolean product of A and B. A is given as this one, B is given as this one. Okay, clear? So here I stop. In next lecture I'll start chapter 4. If you have any doubt in chapter 3, you can discuss in next class. Okay,
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
thanks all.